When you talk about speed, one name always echoes through the stadium: Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. The pocket rocket just reminded the entire world that age is nothing but a number. In this 60 meters showdown, she didn't just win, she erased the competition. What you are about to see is the perfect mix of power, precision, and pure Jamaican excellence. Let's relive the moment when Shelly-Ann turned a 60-meter race into a statement.
Won gold in Doha in the 100 metres as well, and here she lines up in an unfamiliar scene for her. She's not a massive kind of indoor athlete, is she? But this is a great place for her to start the season.
She doesn't do a lot of indoors, but again, some athletes, they just choose not to. But the mommy rocket, as she calls herself these days, is a phenomenal, incredible athlete. And, you know what her start's like. Blistering, she'll put everyone under pressure from the get-go, but it'd be nice to see how she gets on, and it's great for the Glasgow crowd to see her.
And Amy Hunt in lane 8 is an athlete with huge potential. She is the fastest ever 17-year-old, well, she was last year before she turned 18, in the world. That is a title that's held in the men by Usain Bolt. So, of course, the comparisons are there. And she gauged her season and kind of very well last year. Many people thought she might end up going to Doha. She didn't. And she's qualified to go to Cambridge as a student next year. She's got an incredibly bright future on many fronts, but athletics, certainly, Denise.
Very promising youngster, but listen, she's got to learn, she's got to use this experience. She's next to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and so she have to draw on all these experiences to make her a better athlete. This is just the start for her.
OK, well, let's see how she does in exalted company, Andrew Cotter.
Yes, what a race we have here. What a rarity to have Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Muriel Ahure lining up against each other, alongside each other. That's a gift to Glasgow to have Fraser-Pryce here for her only indoor meeting of the year. So rarely runs indoors, but Amy Hunt goes in lane 8. Again, I think she knows that this is a good test for her, because she said that her 20 to 30 metres, first 20 to 30 metres, the worst part of any race she runs. But anyway, Amma Pippi, the Enfield and Haringey athlete who's been studying in Oklahoma, won over 200 metres in Vienna a fortnight ago, had a good race with Amy Hunt in London over 60 metres last month, a fraction between the two of them. Katarzyna Sokolska of Poland is in lane 2, strong Polish contingent at this meeting. Maja Michalinic of Slovenia made the final of the European Indoors here last year. Good run in Torun in Poland last weekend behind the American Shania Collins. And then a noise that will welcome one of the greatest athletes of all time, twice Olympic champion, 4 times world champion over 100 metres. Says that Tokyo will be her final Olympics. She's going to double up there over 100 and 200, but she's almost designed for 60 metres here. They met in the World Indoors in 2014, where Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce won her only World Indoor title, beating Ahure into second place. But Ahure, World Indoor champion in Birmingham 2 years ago. Natasha Morrison of Jamaica, her first indoor race this season. Again, it's just not a well-trodden path from Jamaica to the indoor scene in Europe in the winter, but a strong Jamaican contingent here today. Naomi Sedney of the Netherlands, often a stalwart of the Dutch 4x100 squad, with the likes of Jamila Samuel and Daphne Schippers. And then Amy Hunt, still just 17, enormous potential. European junior title last year. This year's a World Junior Championship year. She's got that to decide on, as well as whether to go to Cambridge or Loughborough. Is it going to be World Junior Championship or Olympics? Again, you have to think perhaps of the long term as well, but she is running world-class times now. 60 metres, not perhaps her strength, though she knows that. It's just a chance here to test her first 20-30 metres against some of the best, and perhaps the very best of all time in women's sprinting. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce in lane 4, Muriel Ahure in 5. Ahure has not lost an indoor race over 60 metres since 2014, when she gave second best to the woman alongside her, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. The women's 60 metres. Cleanly away, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is outsmarted of all. Muriel Ahure is going strongly also, but she can't quite get back there. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce takes it. 7:16 for the victory, just ahead of Muriel Ahure. Natasha Morrison was up there as well for third, but Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce gets that victory, a rare victory a rare defeat rather for Muriel Ahuri. It's not a rare victory for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. She just doesn't race indoors, but when she comes to race indoors over 60 metres, she invariably wins. Ahuri has to give second best again to the great Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. And again, if it's to be her only indoor race this season, which she says it is, then it's a nice way to do it.
Yeah, this is always interesting, you know, Andrew, when athletes such as Shelly-Ann comes out to decide to run just a one-off race. I'm always interested to see what kind of condition that they're in, and you can imagine right now she's still in that building phase, so she'd be pretty strong in the weights room, and again that's been demonstrated because she thundered out the blocks. It's what we expected to see and do, but watch this out of the blocks. Good rhythm, isn't she? Hard, straight into that floor. But as I say, there's those little extra technical elements that come over the 100-metre preparation, which you don't really demonstrate over 60. So for me, this is just fantastic to see her enjoying the indoor running and really showing the crowd of her expertise.
As the contrast, we know that she's a 60-100 sprinter, really. That's where her strength lies. 200, she's very, very good, but perhaps she just starts to get relatively weak. And when you see Hunt again on the replay, you can't see her here, but she was starting to come back into things a little bit. So some are designed for 60s and 100s and others for 200s.
Yeah, the young Brit, Amy Hunt there.
The crowd in the arena could feel it. Something big was coming. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce stepped into the track with that calm, confident look that only legends have. She is a mother, a world champion, and a global icon. And yet she is again ready to explode over 60 meters of fire. Watch her routine. Smooth, focused, deliberate. Every stretch, every breath, every glance down the track screams, I have done this 1,000 times and I am about to do it better than ever. Her competitors look nervous, and they should be, because once Shelly-Ann is locked in the race, it's over before it starts. Bang! The gun goes off, and the pocket rocket lives up to her name. Her reaction time, flawless. Her drive, face, textbook perfect. Within the first 10 meters, she is already half a stride ahead. That raw acceleration is what separates her from everyone else. It's not just speed, it's precision engineered over years of dominance. By the 30 meters mark, Shelly-Ann's form is unstoppable. Her arms drive powerful, her feet barely touch the ground. You can see the intensity in every muscle. Pure control, pure power. The others are fighting to stay in flame, but she is gone. And just like that 6.9 seconds of perfections, the clock stops and the crowd erupts. Shelly-Ann crosses the line with that iconic smile. Not surprised, not boastful, just satisfied. She knows what she has just done. Everyone knows. Coaches, fans, and fellow sprinters can't stop talking about it. That start, that finish, that legacy. This wasn't just another win. It was Shelly reminding everyone that greatness doesn't fade. It evolves. At an age where most sprinters slow down, she is still out, here rewriting records. From her first Olympic title in 2008 to now, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce has remained the standard. Every young athlete, especially every young Jamaican girl, looks at her and says, "That's what I want to be." She is more than a sprinter. She is a symbol of strength, resilience, and everlasting excellence. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce isn't just fast, she is timeless. The way she exploded off those blocks shows that experience and dedication always win. If you are proud of what Jamaica continues to produce on the track, drop their flag in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this is only the beginning. The pocket rocket is still flying high.